morning. Welcome to another 60 minutes with Mother Nature. This morning I'm in Portland. As you jump on, guys, just let me know who is on, where you're joining us from. I want to just apologize for the last couple of days that I wasn't able to post a live, but life happens, and I'm dealing with the loss of my mother-in-law, which has not been easy. Um, but she was a phenomenal woman, and I this morning I want to maybe dedicate this morning's presentation to my wonderful mother-in-law, Elmira Carnegie. That's such a wonderful woman, my mother-in-law. Um, she has touched my life, the life of my wife and my children in such a phenomenal way. I met her, Grand Rising Ruth. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Let me know who's jumping on. Let me know who's jumping on. So this morning as I touch the ground, I'm grounded this morning, and as I share, I'm just sharing from my heart. So this morning we're gonna look at some herbs that I wanted to share with you, and I have some exciting news. If you're not yet a part of the Kinder Wellness community, then you need to do so. This week, that is the week coming on the 6th, we're having a meeting, having a community meeting, and I'm so excited about some things that I have in the pipeline. And I want to share that with you because I want to let you know how you can help us do that. So if you're joining for the first time, there's a link in the description that you can use to join the Kinder Wellness community. If you're looking for a community to learn about herbs and to learn about the natural alternative lifestyle, and that's a great place to be. So this morning, as I said, I want to dedicate this morning show to my mother-in-law, Elmira Carnegie, who recently transitioned, and we're just getting ready to celebrate her life and her legacy, because this has been a woman that has touched my life so much, and she has taught me so much. She has impacted my life so much, and I love her so much. And I'm not going to sit and whine, because I have so many positive memories of her. I have so many examples of her wisdom, so much example of her kindness, the work that she has done. Truly, she has been the embodiment of the Proverbs 31 woman. She has served her community, she has served her congregation, she has served her children and her grandchildren. And I might say that she exited this life, she transitioned this life in such a wonderful, peaceful way that there's just nothing to good morning, Annie. Morning, Annie. There's just so much to celebrate, so many positives that there aren't any regrets. A lot of regrets that I have. But this morning I'm happy, and because she's another example of that feminine nurturing energy that has done so much. And I just I just count myself privileged to have met her and to been able to be influenced by her. But this morning, as I said, I'm excited. I'm just giving a few more persons a chance to jump on the live. So if you can share it with a few folks, and that would be good. This morning, I'm right in the front of my yard, and I'm just enjoying this herb walk trail that we're making. Let me know what you think about it. So this is actually a herb walk trail that I'm creating. This will go for another nearly in this direction, the herb trail will go for another 3/4 miles. So in that direction, it will go for another 3/4 miles. And in this direction, clear out that green bundle that you're seeing before me. I'm getting ready to clean out that. So that's going to be another herb trail that will continue for about 3 miles. So that's about 3 or 4 miles. I would say about 4 miles. So in all, I'm looking at about maybe 5 miles trail that is canopied by all of these wonderful plants. So, for persons who want to come and do, we'll have this wonderful trail, and it's a picturesque view of the mountains, and we're getting ready to set that up. We're getting ready to set up camping facilities for persons who want to come. This is going to be part of the property that part of the camping grounds. We're getting ready to get it cut now. This is as a part of it. I mean, it's a whole lot more, guys. It's 120 acres of just wonderful camping facility that we're getting ready to put in place. I'll let you know more about it because we want to teach persons. We want persons to experience that that green, lush greenery that being taken away from the hustle and bustle of every day, and to be immersed in nature's canopy, in nature's womb, because this is so relaxing. As I'm here now, I'm listening to the birds. I'm listening to all of those birds chirping. So this morning, before we actually go on the walk, as I said, that I have some exciting news. If you're not yet a part of the Kinder Wellness community, then I would encourage you to be a part of that. My lofty goal, I have a lofty goal, guys. I have a very lofty goal. My lofty goal is, I call it 12 by 12 by 12, right? 12 by 12 by 12. So I'm looking for 12,000 people to teach 120 herbs in their immediate surrounding by the 12th month. And once you join the Kinder Wellness group, I'm going to go more into that. There are some tools that you're going to need, and I'm so excited. Yesterday, I was in St. Thomas, and I was able to sit down and complete tool number 2. So there's tool number 1, and there's tool number 2. And this goal, I want to teach 12,000 people. That's right, 12,000 persons, 120 herbs in their immediate surrounding. So I don't want to teach. I'm going to talk about herbs in my surrounding, but that's not my goal. My goal is to teach you to be able to understand the herbal pharmacy around you. All right. So I'm looking for 12,000 persons. So I'm building an army, and I'm recruiting persons in this army, and it's I want to call it maybe our herbal army. I'm looking for 12,000 persons to teach 120 herbs, a minimum of 120 herbs in their immediate surrounding by the 12th month, which is December. So I'm looking for your help. I'm recruiting persons, and this is, of course, is going to be absolutely free. We have the Boston Institute of Natural Medicine. We have that as our college. That's basically designed to train practitioners. So we're going a lot more in depth. That is designed to target persons who have a call and a sense of calling, that they want to go much more deeper into just being able to help their friends and their family. They feel that they have a calling to pursue this in a more serious way. That's what Boston Institute of Natural Medicine is about. And so we go a lot more in depth. Also, there's a cost to that. We try to make it as minimal as possible. There's a link in the description for persons who want to join if you're not yet registered. But I've always in anything that we do, my wife including, for everything that we do, we always try to find a way to look out for those who are less fortunate, but still want to participate. And that's what the Kilna Wellness community is about. We look that's for persons who want to wet their feet, who want to be inclusive, who want to join, but for whatever reasons are not able to make that commitment because of financial reasons. That's what the Kinder Wellness community is about, and you can join absolutely free. And so we are looking for 12,000 persons. 12,000 persons. Sincere condolence. Hey, thank you, Mahat. Thank you, Mahat. Right. So I'm looking for 12,000 persons. And as I said, I'm dedicating this morning's show to my mother-in-law, Elmira Carnegie, who lived a life of touching persons. For a very long time, my wife and I, we lived in such a way where, we couldn't understand why persons, why we were always, number one, why we were always coming into the influence and the sphere of persons who were always taking from us and who we were always giving. And it took us a very long time to understand that a part of what we are called to do is to serve others. And so right now we are very comfortable because we have basically coined a philosophy. And that philosophy is that our philosophy is to help persons to become better versions of themselves. And so what that means is that because we've always noticed that when we meet people, when persons interact with us, when persons deal with us, we always we always assume the best. So we always assume the best intentions. We always try to see the good in people. So we assume the best intentions. Sometimes that may not be the case, but we always assume that when people deal with us, whatever they're portraying is their best intentions, and they will prove otherwise. And so because of that, in a sense, it has subjected us in the past to some amount of being abused by persons. But we never stopped. We never stopped loving persons. We never stopped assuming that anybody who we meet, we didn't meet them, we met a version of them. So we weren't judgmental of persons. Doesn't matter what the person was, doesn't matter who the person was. We always believed that whenever we meet a person, we meet not a person, but we meet a version of that person, or we meet that person at a particular version of their lives. And so, that has been phenomenal because, it has caused us to just always be helping and helping and helping and serving and serving. And on my mother's side, in my family, that is how my family is. So anybody who know any Hurlock, you'll know that the Hurlocks are just simple people who love to give, who love to serve, and who love to help persons. My grandmother, Miss Lily, was like that. If you go to the community where I'm from, in Orange, that's in Montego Bay, everybody and anybody who knows my grandmother, my grandfather, my aunts, my uncles will tell you, that's the experience. I grew up with around grandparents where my grandparents had about like 12 children. And so the home was always filled with strangers. You wouldn't know who was aunts or uncles from who was friends of the family. So that is how I grew up. That is the background that I'm from. Those are the family that I'm exposed to. Now on my wife's side, her mother, because we didn't know much about her father, her mother came from almost the exact setting. So, it's about 10 or 12, 10 children. And there's this camaraderie, there's this closeness. And so all of that has translated into her. When I met her mom, I actually, loved her mom before I started knowing more about my wife. And somebody said to me when I was young, because I met my wife when I was 16 years old. And the first time I saw her, I knew this woman is going to be my wife. And so at the age of 16, I remember I met her in a church. I met her in the house of God. And I remember the first day I went to the church, I was I was I was I was given to that family to go home for lunch. And so I remember when I went home, and as I looked at my wife's mom and her demeanor and how she conducted herself, somebody said something to me when I was very young, because I've always surrounded myself with mature company. Somebody said to me, if you want to know what your woman is going to be like, what your wife is going to be like in the future, look at her mom. And so when I looked at my mom, when I looked at my mother-in-law, back then I looked at, we call her Evangelist Carnegie. When I looked at Evangelist Carnegie, I said, I could live with this. Because she was such a genuine person, such a wonderful person. And so at the age of 16, the next week I went to her mother-in-law for lunch. And after a while, I was basically given the responsibility of being taken care of was given to her. So every week I would go home with her for lunch. And I remember I was 16 years old, and I remember and I'm gonna do the herb walk, but I'm just remembering some of the fun memories of my mother-in-law. I remember going home, and I remember there were other brothers. There were other brothers who were interested in my wife at the time. And I remember all of these brothers coming. I remember on Sundays I would go and visit her. And when I went there would be brothers, there would be carpenters coming to help to fix this. There would be electrician brothers coming to help do that. There would be plumbing brother who would help to come to do that. Construction brothers who would come and help to do that. All these brothers that were coming. But their visit wasn't so much because they wanted to help. Their interest was to better know my wife. And so I saw that, and at the age of 16, I remember I said to her, Evangelist Carnegie, I want to say something to you. I know I'm coming here regularly, and I want it to be known that my reason for coming, my interest for coming, is not just to help, but I want to marry your daughter at the age of 16. And I'm looking back now at my son, 16. I was so young, so prime. I want to marry your daughter. And she took it so serious. She loved me. And I don't know what she saw in me, but I know that at that point, she has been the most instrumental voice to my wife, because my wife was young, completely inexperienced. And as a mother, along with her father, they guided her decision. They saw something. I don't know what they saw, but they saw something, and they were the ones who said, listen to me. If if you don't marry this guy, I don't want to see anybody else coming to my house as a son-in-law. And at that time, my wife would have to tell you her story. Some person, when I said, they said, oh, they forced her. No, it wasn't forced. They guided the decision. And because of how wise she was, and because of the influence that she had over her daughter listened to her wisdom. And that is something that we're seeing so rare. We don't see a lot of persons who value the wisdom of their parents. And in this Western culture, that statement has no value, because we live in a very selfish culture where, people are told, there's this whole about my privacy and invading my privacy and my rights and all that. But she listened, and we got married at the age of, I got married at the age of 21. This year is 24 years. So 24 years later, I'm still married. I still have a wonderful woman. I mean, anybody who knows my wife will tell you that I have maybe one of the last best human being on earth, to have as my wife. Contributed. She and I could tell you stories upon you know, when we got married. If you get married at the age of 21, you can imagine there's not much that you would have acquired in life. There's not much that you could do. And this woman served us. She served me. She served my wife. I mean, she served my children. I mean, you know, she has done so much for us, you know, and so I really value her. And so this morning, I really want to dedicate this morning show. So bear with me a little bit. I really want to dedicate this morning show to my mother-in-law, Elmira Carnegie, who has done so much for me. And if you go into the community in Mount Salem, in Crawford Street, Mount Salem, you will hear their version, their story, what she has done for them. So the point that I want to make is the bloodline that my wife is from and the bloodline that I am from, it has created two persons in a relationship whose life basically has been just to serve persons. And so out of that, we are always looking for opportunity to help. We're always looking for opportunity to serve. And so this idea came to me. So I'm doing this again in honor of my mom, my mother-in-law. I want to help 12,000 persons. I want to help 12,000 persons to learn 120 herbs in their immediate surrounding by the 12th month. And that's absolutely free. All you have to do is every video that I post from here after is going to have the information for you to join the Kinder Wellness Group and for you to acquire the tool. So yesterday I was in St. Thomas. I finished one of the tools already. And there's another tool, another very critical tool. I can tell you what the tool is. And I'll let you know. Yes, Ruth. I'll let you know what the tool is. So basically, there are two tools. One is going to be to record the experience, and one is going to be to know how to identify herbs. I created a chart yesterday that basically gives you the tools to be able to identify the medicinal properties of a herb through the six senses. So that chart is going to be made available next week. Next week, I'm going to make that chart available. And all you need to do is to download it. And we're going to be using that to engage Mother Nature. Because guess what? I'm just a guide. I'm just a tour guide. The real teacher is going to be Mother Nature, as she has ever been. And I'm telling you, there's so much wisdom that she has to unpack and to reveal to us. And so that's going to be done. So I'm enlisting persons for that 12 by 12 by 12. That's 12,000 persons, 120 herbs by the 12th month in their immediate circle. And so herbs, I want to show you something. Look at these herbs. So these are mango leaves, bamboo leaves, and also other herbs. This is now dead. This is herbs. Now, most persons who learn herbs, including myself initially, this was how I learned herbs, like this. So I was taught the philosophical benefits or the noted benefits of herbs. So, and I would go to the herb shop and I would buy the herbs like this, dry, in a package. Now, there's not much that you can learn from herbs in this state. So one of the major difference between medical doctors learn about health and they learn about the body by spending time with cadavers. Medical doctors learn about health, they learn about the body by spending lots of times on the cadavers. And by the way, a cadaver is a dead body. And I mean, it has its place. If you're learning anatomy and physiology, and I mean, that's one of the reasons why most doctors are very skillful surgeons, because they spend a lot of time on cadavers. They spend a lot of time on dead bodies. Now, there's only so much that you can learn from a dead body. You know what I mean? If you want to be a good surgeon, I mean, that's a great thing to do. If you want to learn anatomy and physiology, that's a great thing to do. if you want to learn about being skillful at using a scaffold, I mean, that's a great thing to do. But if you want to learn about life, and that's what medicine is about, it's about learning about life. Studying a dead body is not going to get you very far. And it's the same thing about those persons who study herbs in the dry form. Now, a lot of herbalists, the original, our ancestors who originally studied herbal medicine did not study herbal medicine from dried herbs. And this again is a Western approach, because the Western approach is not based on life, it's always based on death. And so most of the herbal schools out there, in approaching medicine and in approaching herbal medicine, what they do is there's a textbook, and then you have practical experiences using dried herbs based on the information, the second-hand information of persons who experience the herbs primarily. So the persons who experience the herb primarily would tell you, okay, mango leaf is good for that. Guava leaf is good for that. Bamboo leaf is good for that. And so over a period of time, that first-hand experience was recorded, and after a period of time, it became the standard approach and the standard conclusion as it relates to the benefit of those herbs. Now, one of the challenge with that, because it has its benefit, because I mean, it's a start, because that's where I started. I started by studying the second-hand account of herbal benefits, and I built on that. But in doing it correctly, in doing it like our ancestors studied herbs, they studied herbs by interacting with the live herbs. They interacted with the herb in its live state. And so what happened was that there was a lot that they learned from these herbs. Number one, the conclusion as to what the herbs can do does not stop with the second-hand information that you get from the textbooks. And why settle for just second-hand information when you can have your own primary experience? So my approach in teaching herbs is, number one, from having a primary experience, a personal experience with the herb, not a secondary experience. It's two, it's by experiencing the herbs when they're alive, because when the herbs are alive is when you're able to connect with them. Learning about a herb is not just learning about the medicinal benefits of the herb. That's a very shallow approach to herbs. And I'll tell you why. When you know, it's like being it's like the difference between being acquainted with somebody and spending time to know the person. It's about being acquainted with a girl or a boy and spending time to know that girl or boy. And so knowing a herb means not just knowing the medicinal benefits of the herb, it also means getting a more intimate knowledge. An intimate knowledge is, what type of soil does this herb like? What type of climate does this herb like? When is the best time to harvest this herb? What are the threats? Environmental, insect. It's about getting to know the herbs. It's about getting to learn the herbs. And so that's what this journey is going to be. I tell persons all the time that one of the greatest misconceptions in embracing herbs and learning about herbs is the misconception that you have to know a lot of herbs in order to be a good herbalist. You don't have to know a lot of herbs to be a good herbalist. What you need to know is a lot about the herbs that you know. So it's far better to know more about 10 herbs than to know 100 herbs that you don't know a lot about. I don't know if that makes sense to you. It's far better to know 10 herbs that you know very well than to know 100 herbs that you know very little about. So it's not the amount of herbs that you know that makes you a good herbalist. It's how much you know about the herbs that you're working with. And so that is the reason why I'm in a sense limiting it to 120. So I want 12,000 persons, 120 herbs in their immediate circle. And I'm choosing in your immediate circle because I want you to be able to know what's the benefit of the herbal pharmacy that you have around you. So I want you to help me, and I want you to help me to recruit as many persons as you can. It's absolutely free. Say, hey, do you think it's important to know about herbs? Do you think it's important to know about the benefit of herbs? Hey, guess what? I'm a part of a community where we're on a journey to learn 120 herbs in your immediate surrounding. Because even I'm going to be talking about the herbs, and I know a lot of persons come on because they want to hear what I have to say about the herbs and what I have to teach about the herb. But I mean, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But here's the thing. If you have a crisis or an emergency right now, how soon would it take for me to send my herb to you? If you had a crisis right now, how soon would it take for me to send the herbs that I have here to you? Wouldn't it make better sense to empower you to know the medicinal benefits of the herbs that is in your immediate circle? That's what I want to do. Because for the crisis that is coming, logistics is going to be affected. And so what you want to do is position yourself that if there is a crisis and there's a need, because, you know, natural medicine, the medicine from Mother Nature, has always been the most accessible and effective medicine in times of crises. Whenever there is the inability to move, and we just came out of a situation where logistically we were not able to move as freely as we wanted, we just experienced that. It makes sense to know all the herbs that you have in your immediate surrounding and the medicinal benefits of those herbs, as well as those herbs that are edible. It's going to be very important for you to know that. So the 12 by 12 by 12 journey, I'm going to share that next week. 12 by 12 by 12. 12,000 persons, and I'm doing this in honor of my mother-in-law, Elmira Carnegie, who lived a life of touching persons in her community. She lived a life of touching persons. My grandmother was a woman who lived a life of touching persons, and I believe that energy has fueled down through our bloodline, and it has fused into us. We don't understand our responsibility. We don't understand our purpose. So I want to give the opportunity to 12,000 persons, and how you can help is you can begin to see the vision, join the passion, and help us to get the word out there. We're looking for 12,000 persons to teach 120 herbs by the 12th month. And it's absolutely free. All you have to do is to send them the link, how they can join the Kinder Wellness community, and then they can gain access to the tools, and then we're on our way. And so when I come, it's not going to be about me talking about herbs. I'm going to be guiding the journey, yes, but I want to help you to be able to know the medicinal benefits around you. So in our Kinder Wellness community, I hope to see persons posting. I hope to see persons sharing their knowledge, sharing their experience, so that it's a reciprocity. We can learn from you, you can learn from us. So it's not a one-way stream. You know, one of the only ways that we can defeat Big Pharma or come against him is through what I call decentralized knowledge. So what I'm doing is I'm decentralizing what I know into as many persons as is possible. One of the reasons so many herbalists are targeted, or one of the reasons why so many gifted healers are targeted is because they have made the mistake to function on a centralized knowledge. They function on a centralized knowledge. And so as they function with that centralized knowledge, it's easy to destroy that system, because once you get that person out of the way, then guess what? The whole program is destroyed. What I want to do is decentralize what I know. I want to disperse that in as many minds as is possible, so that even if I am moved out of the way, or even when I am moved out of the way, it's like you cut off one head and there are many more heads. If I can successfully disseminate the principles upon which I operate, the principles upon which healing is done, then I would have successfully accomplished my task. And so one of the tools that the chart addresses, very important, and I've spoken about in the past, is the fact that in order to successfully and effectively help a person, there are two skills that a healer must have. A healer must be able to identify and understand what the body is saying. So the healer must understand the state that the tissue is in and what it is asking for. And the healer must understand the medicinal benefits in the plant and what the plant is saying that it has to offer. When you're able to successfully match what the plant has to offer to what the cell says that it needs, then you're going to have a successful experience in healing. And so the chart does that. It talks about, it helps you to identify what the herb says that it has to offer, and it helps you to identify what the cells of the body says that it needs. So that wisdom is in the chart. I can't wait to get it out, guys. And so next week I'm putting out that. I'm excited about that, because I believe that that is going to be critical to getting the message out, and just sharing that. Somebody say you share too much, but I know what I've done. I know the steps that I have made, that even what I've shared with you, even if I was out of the way, this would still go on. This vision would still go on. So I want as many persons as is possible to join us in this movement. 12,000 persons, 120 herbs by the 12th month. So this is our 12 by 12 by 12 initiative, our 12 by 12 by 12 initiative. And that is to teach 12,000 persons, 120 herbs in their immediate surrounding by the 12th month. Next year is going to be the same thing. 12,000 persons, 120 herbs by the 12th month. And so it's an ongoing thing. So if you've not yet joined the Colonial Wellness community, I encourage you to please do so. And once we have that video chat, we're having a video chat at Wednesday at 7 p.m. In the Kinder Wellness, in the Kinder Telegram Wellness community. We're going to be having that chat. We're going to be getting your feedback, and we're going to share with you just how we're going to do that. All right. So let's look at some herbs this morning. This morning, I wanted to look at a herb that is abundant in my setting. It's abundant in my surrounding, and it has a wide variety of uses, a wide variety of benefits. And its use is not only limited to medicinal, but it is extended to construction. It is extended to domestic. I mean, the list goes on and on and on and on. I believe that this herb is maybe one of the most versatile herb in the world, and it's from the grass family. And this herb is the largest grass in the world. It's one of the largest grass in the world. And so the herb that I'm talking about, of course, is the bamboo. This herb, the benefits of bamboo are numerous. The health benefits are numerous. The construction benefits are numerous. the domestic benefits are numerous. And so the fact that we have so many bamboos, on this property is not an accident. And so, like all over the place, there's bamboo. All over the property, there's bamboo. And bamboo is noted, one of the main benefits of bamboo is that it is an excellent, it does an excellent job of detoxifying. It does an excellent job of detoxifying the body, and it does an excellent job of detoxifying the earth. And so in most places where there has been contaminated soil, once you plant bamboo in that area, it begins to decontaminate the soil. When there is heavy metal in the body, so persons who take a lot of medication, a lot of prescription medication, a lot of those medications contains heavy metals, and I don't need to tell you what heavy metals do to the body. A lot of the reasons why so many persons can't absorb food anymore, or can't absorb foods in the way they should absorb it, is because of heavy metal blocking that. A lot of persons have mental issues. One of the reasons why you have mental issues is because of the blockage from the heavy metals. A lot of persons cannot absorb or digest minerals. So a lot of persons are deficient in minerals because of heavy metals. And not just heavy metals that we ingest, or heavy metals that we ingest orally, but heavy metals that we that gets introduced in our body through skincare products, hair care products. A lot of the hair care products that we use have heavy metal in them. And so that heavy metal begins to shut down the body. It begins to shut down the body's immune system, and it begins to prevent the body from taking in the raw material that it needs to carry out its function. One very effective way. Morning, Adriana. Adriana is in the house. Welcome, Adriana. Adriana from the Cayman Islands. One way that we can get rid of heavy metal out of the body is through bamboo, and specifically from charcoal that is made from bamboo. I'm going to say something. I don't know if you knew this. Did you know that most respirators, I'm not going to say all, but a significant amount of the respirators, so if you're a farmer, those farmers, if you're a farmer, a lot of you who farm who have to wear a respirator, did you know that the respirator, morning Deborah, a lot of the respirators have charcoal in it. So the charcoal filter. So one of the things that the charcoal is used to do is to filter out the air that is coming in. So bamboo charcoal is used in a lot of filters. Bamboo charcoal is used to make filters to purify water. You can make your own bamboo filter, a bamboo charcoal filter, and filter out your water, because a lot of the water that we consume contains heavy metals in it. And so one of the most known benefits of bamboo is, of course, getting rid of heavy metals out of the body. I said to persons, and you know, I've had persons come in before me with issues with their skin, issues with digestion. And all I did was I told them to just go on a routine of drinking 1 teaspoon of bamboo charcoal for 1 week. 1 week. And it made all the difference. When you're using bamboo charcoal, it's called activated charcoal, because what happens is that it's electrically charged to attract all of those negative particles out of your system. And so when you're using charcoal, bamboo charcoal, you want to use wooden or plastic or glass material. You don't want to use steel, stainless steel. You don't want to use plastic. So I recommend getting a glass jar, getting a plastic spoon or a wooden spoon and serving 1 teaspoon of charcoal powder. What I do for myself is I pretty much get the distilled water, and or I use sometimes ozonated water because of an ozone machine. So I'll get the ozonated water, 16-ounce glass of ozonated water, and I'll take a plastic or wooden spoon and I'll add 1 teaspoon of activated charcoal. I just drop it in the water and get a thing to cover the water at my bedside and just leave it for it to sink. In the morning when I get up, I down and just drink everything. You don't leave anything in the bottom of the glass. You swish whatever is around the bottom of the glass and you drink it. And what you do is you are doing an internal deodorizing and internal detoxification specifically of heavy metals. So you're not, because as I said to persons, that there are different types of detoxification. When a person comes to me and says, hey doc, I want to do a detox, I say, which one? Because you can detoxify the colon, you can detoxify the liver, you can detoxify the kidney, you can detoxify the blood, you can remove heavy metals. I mean, there's just so many types of detox. But charcoal is specifically detoxifying the body of heavy metals. Right? So heavy metal is one of the benefits that you rid the body of. Bamboo is also very good, very high in selenium. It also encourages the body to produce a very important ingredient, and as we age, that ingredient reduces. It is an ingredient called collagen. Collagen. Now, collagen is a material that is very important to the body. Collagen is used in the making of our ear. Very good, Deborah. Very good. So it's very good for the ear. Once your body begins to produce less collagen, your ear texture is going to be affected. Now, once it affects your ear, it's also going to affect your skin, and it's also going to affect your nails, because collagen is kind of an elastic material that is necessary for so many parts of the body. So it's also very important for your eyes. Once your collagen production goes down, the muscles that make your eyes are going to be affected. Once collagen production is being reduced, your joints, your muscles are going to be affected, because collagen is what helps to give them the muscles and the ligaments its elasticity. Now, once that elasticity is being reduced, there's tension and there's brittleness, and then there's pain. So once collagen is reduced, a child who's very young, their body is producing lots of collagen. That's the reason why they can bend in the ways that they bend and contort themselves the way that they do. It is because their body is producing so much collagen that these parts of their body is very elastic. Their skin is very tight. Once collagen production goes down, the skin begins to lose its elasticity and it begins to wrinkle. So once you start to age, collagen production begins to go down in the body. Well, one of the reasons why bamboo is so good is because bamboo helps the body to produce lots of collagen. So it's anti-aging. So bamboo is very effective for any type of skincare products. If you're in the skincare products business, then bamboo leaf needs to be a part of that. If you're making a soap, a herbal soap, bamboo leaf is a very important ingredient for that. I'm not talking about even the gums. So anything that collagen is responsible for, bamboo helps in that area. So what are the applications for bamboo? Think about the benefits of collagen in the body, because I've just listed some. So if you go on your own research and begin to research what are the benefits for collagen, then you'll begin to understand that if collagen production decreases, all of those areas are going to suffer. Well, bamboo helps. in all of those areas. It's also very good. It's a diaphoretic. So for persons who are having fever, for persons who are having headache, this thing is very good. I'm under the tree, so we have lots of bamboo, and in time past, our ancestors used to, our grandparents would get the bamboo leaves and they would stuff it in your pillow if you're having fever, and it would help to alleviate that, because bamboo has diaphoretic properties. If you drink bamboo leaves also, it helps you to sweat. It helps to detoxify the body. It helps to get rid of waste out of the cells. I mean, we're just talking about the health benefits of bamboo. We've not started talking about the domestic use. We're not talking about the constructive use. So this is a very versatile herb. Very versatile herb. And so it's high in vitamin, it's high in niacin. High in niacin, it's high in vitamin B6. If you look up the benefits of vitamin B6, you can get that from bamboo. And so, as I look in my surrounding and as I see how often nature has repeated bamboo, it's telling us about some of the needs that exist in this setting. And so we're getting ready to use the bamboo in construction. We're getting ready to use the bamboo also in making medicine. We're going to be making some soaps from that. We're going to be making some bamboo charcoal. So that's something that we plan to start that initiative here. Bamboo charcoal is so in demand. It's so widely used. It's so widely needed because of the amount of pollutants and the amount of toxins that we are being exposed on a daily basis. I mean, so many persons need to be educated. A lot of persons right now who are wondering why they're taking supplements and it's not working, it's because of blockages in their system, blockages in their gut. And so once the body is not able to extrapolate or to get that nutrients in, it will not be able to go to work. And so sometimes even if you got more powerful superfoods, you're just getting powerful superfoods that is not being accepted by the body. So there's a lot of persons right now who are watching this who need to do that 7 days bamboo detoxification I'm talking about, because so many persons use hair care products, use skin care products. Think about the deodorant that you put under your arm. I mean, most of the things that we use as cosmetics, and a lot of the things that we use as things that we believe improves hygiene are filled with heavy metals. So we are basically killing ourselves inwardly to look and smell good outwardly. We're killing ourselves inwardly to look and smell good outwardly. So some persons are saying, you may be thinking you don't need this. I'm telling you, if you are somebody who spends a lot of time on hygiene, I guarantee you a lot of what you're using is putting heavy metals in your body. It's putting heavy metals in your system. And that is going to just prevent the body from being able to extract the nutrients from the food that you eat. So all those supplements, all those, that healthy diet that you said that you're on. You're on a healthy diet, but you have climatized your body not to benefit from it. Because you've put so much blockers inside your body that your body can't take advantage of the medicines that you're taking. So I would encourage, if you've never done the charcoal, you can get the bamboo charcoal online. I don't have it now, but you can get the bamboo charcoal. A lot of persons who are diabetic, a lot of persons who are suffering from high blood pressure, a lot of the times these are just conditions. These are just conditions that exist because the body is not getting what it needs to carry out its function. We have to stop focusing on the symptoms and being afraid of the symptoms and begin to learn from these symptoms, because these are ways that the body communicates to us. A couple of videos ago, I talk about the fact that your disease is not your enemy, your disease is your friend. And so because, it's very difficult because you can't learn a lot from what you fear. You can't learn a lot from what you fear, because once you fear something, you naturally put up a mental block. So what diabetes is trying to tell you, you can't hear because you're blocking it out. What your hypertension is trying to tell you, you can't hear because you're blocking it out. You're blocking it out because you fear it. And because you fear it, you can't hear it. Because you fear it, you can't hear it. You can't hear what it is saying to you. And so because you can't hear it, the body has no other option than to escalate communication to some other way that it believes it's going to get your attention. And that is why you're moving from one crisis of health to another crisis of health, from one crisis of health to another crisis of health, because the body is trying in any way that it can to get your attention and to tell you what's wrong. So guys, what we want to do is I want to work with you. I want to guide you. I'm having, I see 9 persons on. I'm having an initiative that is coming out next week. It's called the 12 by 12 by 12 initiative. What is the 12 by 12 by 12 initiative? The 12 by 12 by 12 initiative is an initiative to empower 12,000 persons with the knowledge of 120 in their immediate setting by the 12th month. Do you think we can do it? Do you think we can help 12,000 brothers and sisters to learn 120 herbs? When you come on the call, I want you to be prepared to share with me how you think we can do it. Because, you know, the funniest thing, if this was bad news, if this was bad news, or if this was negative news, that 12 by 12 by 12 would be 24 by 24 by 24. Or 36 by 36 by 36. Why is it that negative information spreads much faster than positive information? Is that true? We need to break that cycle, guys. We need to break that cycle of seeing negativity moving faster than positivity. Do you think we can help? And I want you to comment, guys. Do you think we can help 12,000 persons to learn 120 herbs by the 12th month? Do you think we can do that? I want you, when you come on that call on the 6th of September, which is next week, Wednesday at 7 p.m., I want you to come prepared to share with the community how we can do that. Is it possible? Can we do that? I believe we can. I believe we most certainly can. And I'm prepared to make myself available. And I also want to thank Kay. Kay has been appointed our head admin. And I want to thank you so much very much. I want to thank you, Kay. I'll introduce Kay to you on the 6th. And also, if you believe that you would like to serve as an admin in the group, let us know. And we'll work with you, because I believe we're going to grow so much that we're going to need so many more persons to serve. But Wednesday coming, we're gonna explain and break down what it is that how I believe we can do it. But I don't just want to share what I want to share. It's a community initiative. I want to hear from you. How can we help 12,000 persons to learn 120 herbs in their immediate setting by the 12th month? I believe it's doable. I believe it's possible. So I want you to help me. If you're here for the first time, morning, Olujo. Tell us where you're from, Olujo. It's the first time seeing you on the chat. Let us know where you are from. I don't know if you're in our group, but I would love for you to be a part of our community. Sounds like you're somewhere in Africa. One thing I would love to do is to come to Africa. Whatever I'm doing here in Jamaica and the Caribbean, my goal is to go back to the motherland and to do the same thing. It is to help. This is Quincy. Oh, Quincy. Melissa Moore. Hi, Melissa. First time I'm seeing you. Melissa, where are you watching from? And Aluja is from hello, Boyton Beach. Boyton Beach. I'm coming to Boyton Beach next week, Melissa. I'm going to be in Boynton Beach next week. I'm going to be in Florida next week. I'd love to connect with you. My sister lives in Boynton Beach. I'm going to be in Boynton Beach. I'm going to be with Deborah. Coming this week. I'd love to meet up with you. I'd love to be able to help you in any way that I can. All right. Wonderful, Melissa. I'm going to be in Florida next week, and I'd love to connect with as many of you as I can. So, when you join the Telegram group, then you'll know more how you can connect. If you have anybody that that needs our services, then we'll be more than happy to make myself available next week. So I'm going to be with Deborah. I'm going to be doing some 60 minutes with Mother Nature from Florida. Guys, I want to thank you for being on. My time has expired. I'm looking forward to seeing you, Courtney Harrison. Hey, Courtney, how are you? Welcome, and thank you for joining. If you're not yet a part of our community, Anisha Beckford. Oh my. Anisha, hi Anisha. Anisha is a schoolmate of mine. We studied agriculture together, and Anisha, I'd love to connect with you. If you're not yet a part of our community, I want you because I know that you have a platform that my goal is next week we're launching an initiative. It's called 12 by 12 by 12. It's helping 12,000 persons to learn 120 herbs in their immediate settings. So we want to help persons to put together their own herbal pharmacy. Thank you, Anisha. Thank you. I've been on Anisha's platform before talking about fibroids. Anisha is a long time. We haven't connected. Guys, I'm excited. I am excited. I was with the chief of a compound last night on a meeting, and I am so excited. Chief Richard Curry is excited about the initiative, and he, along with the Maroon community, is giving us 150% backative. And so I'm happy that he's one of the first indigenous community to partner with us on this initiative. Yes, Anisha. I'm watching. I see you doing so much. I see you putting out your thing there. So I want to how we can do it. Do you think we can do it? Do you think we can reach 12,000 persons to help 120 to teach 120 her by the 12th month? One of the ways I envision doing that is by in somehow doing it through your social media platform. Some of you have your own social media platform. You are social influencers in your own rights. And so in whatever way we can collaborate to do that, I'd love to be able to do that. But that's the initiative. And that's one of my thank you, because I've been blessed by my mother-in-law, and I'm doing this in honor of my mother-in-law. This morning show is dedicated to my mother-in-law, Elmira Carnegie, who transitioned just about 3 or 4 days ago. And so, we're going to be celebrating her life and legacy in a short period of time. But I want to thank you guys for being on. I want to thank you for sharing with me. And I'm looking forward. I cannot wait. I cannot wait. If you know what I have in plan, I cannot wait to see persons learning the benefits of herbs. I cannot wait for persons to understand what are some of the powerful medicines that they have in their setting, in their surrounding. A lot of the persons who are going to medical doctors, a lot of the persons who are going to healthcare providers are walking on the remedy and don't even know it. A lot of persons who are spending thousands of dollars to mask and to hide health challenges that they have are walking past the remedy in their yard and they don't know. A lot of persons who have the remedy for their aunts and their uncles, and I would love to have you also share this chat. Yeah, so many persons, Anisha, so many persons. I am excited when I see persons. This week I was in, I'm gone over my 60 minutes now. I was in St. Thomas yesterday. Last week a lady came to me. She said, Doc, I came back because, you every time I'm sick, you help me so many times in the past. But this time I'm scratching, I'm just itching all over. She's itching all over her body. And I saw her and I said, listen, this is a condition of the liver. Your liver needs to be cleansed. And I said, I want you to take this medicine. So I gave her medicine to cleanse the liver. And I sent her home. She came to me yesterday to report because, you know, sometimes you help persons, so very few come back. But, you know, a lot of those who don't come back tell others, you know. So she came back and she said, Doc, this itching has stopped, this scratching has stopped, everything is gone. Simple remedies. Simple remedies. I saw another lady when I was coming home. Her skin had a lot of breakout on it, a lot of scratching, both arms, and they were red. And her neck down to her breast area was red. And I told her, listen, based on what your body is telling me, I know what it needs. There's no mystery. There's no mystery. It is no mystery. We don't have to try to figure it out. Mother Nature has put in place a mechanism for the body to tell you what it needs. The cells of the body tell you what it needs. The herbs tell you what they have. So we don't have to figure it out, guys. You see, just like when it is summer, there are signs when it is summer. When it is winter, there are signs when it is winter. When you're pregnant, there are signs when you're pregnant. When it's mating season, there's a sign. Everything in nature communicates. Everything in nature communicates to us. So we don't have to try to figure it out. We just need to understand what nature is saying to us. So when a person is sick, the body is telling you what it needs. Now, once you understand how to interpret what the body is saying, and once you understand what the plants are saying that they have, because the plant is telling you, we have this, we have this. The cells of the body is telling you, we need this, we need this. Once you're able to match what the plants have to give with what the cells of the body needs to be made whole, then you have harmony and you have wholeness. And it's simple what indigenous Caribbean medicine is about. Deborah say, yes, we can. We can help 12,000 persons. Believe that. We can help 12,000 persons to learn 120 herbs in their immediate surrounding by the 12th month. Deborah says. I don't know who else says. Deborah says, yes, we can. I am saying, yes, we can. So, guys, let's do it. If you're not yet a part of our Telegram community, please, there's a link in the description of this video. Just hit that link, come over in the community. Let's get together. Let's knock head and let's stop criticizing and complaining against the system. Because you know what the system does? The system works together against us. The system is successful. As much as we are quarreling and bashing and beating the system is working together against us. Babylon is the system. So Babylon is working together actively against us, and we are bashing it. What we need to do is to work together against Babylon. Stop complaining. Stop being negative. Let's get together. Let's knock heads, and let's see how we can do it. Anisha, I would love for you to be a part of our army, because this young lady has such a passion. She has such a passion for helping, such a passion. And I mean, she's active. She's on Facebook. She uses that platform so regularly to just get out there and to get the information out there. And so, guys, let's use it. Indigenous Caribbean medicine. And on the 6th, when I unveil one of the tool is going to be, for the first time, you're going to see the logo of Indigenous Caribbean medicine. Our motto is, I feel we medicine this. You know, when something I feel, you own it. When something is yours and you own it, you do everything in your power to ensure that it survives. Indigenous Caribbean medicine is not mine. I feel we medicine this, guys. We have to own it. We have to use it. We have to protect it. We have to preserve it. And we have to ensure that we share it. Guys, I want to thank you Thank you, Deborah. Bradenton, Florida. That's where I'm going to be from September 12 to 19. And so my sister is in Boynton Beach. I'll be touching over, guys. It's a movement. This is the herbal renaissance. This is a revival of herbalism. This is a revival of herbalism, and it is necessary because of what is happening, because of what is coming. We need a herbal revival. Because of what is coming, guys. Because of what is coming, or because of what is here, we need a revival. We need a herbal revival. I want to thank you guys for joining me. I am so excited. I can't wait. I cannot wait to see people's lives being changed. So, thank you for joining us. Thank you for being on the live. If you're not yet a part of our YouTube channel, also, thank you, Ruth Anna. It's long overdue, sir. We need it. If you've not yet a part of our YouTube channel, please subscribe, like, and when you finish, just share this video. And also, what I'm doing also is I'm creating shorts from these long series films. I call it nuggets, 60 minutes with 1 hour nuggets. And so what I do is I've cut up high points of the presentation, and I want you to help me to share, because in all of those links the links in the description of those links is going to be the information for persons to join what we're doing. It's the first I've gone, it's usually 60 minutes. I'm now 1 hour and 11 minutes over. So I'm 11 minutes over, but I'm just simply passionate. I'm simply excited, and I can't wait. So see you guys in our community. One more thing before I go is that when you join the community, I'm going to ask Kay to do this for me. Kay, could you just post the link? Post the link for the Telegram community into the link. What I would love for persons to do is I would love for you to send that link to at least 2 persons. 2 persons who you believe need to be a part of this herbal revival. I would want you to send that link to 2 more persons. I believe we have 32 members in the group, and I'd love to see that doubling. All right. Again, thank you guys for watching, and hope to see you. All right. Tomorrow is what? Monday? Yeah, I'm doing a live again, not Monday, on Tuesday morning. So I'm gonna skip a day because we have plans coming up, for the celebration of my wife's mother, life and legacy. Again, I just want to give thanks for what she did in my life and my family life. And you didn't know her, but you will know, you just learned about her because of the impact that she had on my life. So her impact is also impacting you. So even though you have never met her, her impact on me is also what is impacting you. And that is how powerful it is when we touch other people's life. That is how powerful it is when we are intentional. When we are intentional in helping persons to become better versions of themselves. So where I am now is better than where I met her, and she contributed to that. I hope that you'll see this, some value in what I'm saying, and begin to apply that to your life as well. Again, I want to thank you for being on the live with me, and see you on Tuesday morning. Bye-bye.